And joining me on Times Now at this moment is Union Information and Broadcasting, Railways and Minister for Information Technology, Ashwini Vaishnaw. Many congratulations to you, Mr. Ashwini Vaishnaw. Your government has completed 100 days in office. And what, according to you, is the hallmark of these 100 days? Because the attacks by your critics, by the opposition, have been unprecedented. Are you on the defensive, given the fact that this is the first time in the 3 elections that you've contested in recent times that you don't have a full majority of the BJP?
Navika ji, if you look at the first and second terms of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, there is a very clear focus on laying a foundation for long-term development of our country. Whether it is infrastructure, whether it is social or digital or physical infrastructure, inclusive growth, on every sector, simplification, on every aspect, so much work has been done. And this work has basically brought so much confidence among people. And that is why we have got the third term, which is a historic mandate, because after 60 years, a Prime Minister has been re-elected for the third time. This is unprecedented. And the focus which has been there for welfare of the poor people, welfare of the women, welfare of our youth, welfare of our farmers, making sure the foundation of the country is built properly, making sure that the technological revolution is there. All those focus ideas, focus items remain there, very steadfast. And the work done in the first 100 days is a clear example of that. If you look at just railways, within the first 100 days, 11 new lines, 1 multi-tracking project has been approved worth 50,000 crore total. 108 trains, we have augmented the general coaches. 12,500 general coaches have been sanctioned. 16 new Vande Bharat trains have been launched. A very popular and a very important train, Namo Bharat Rapid Rail, has been launched yesterday by Honorable Prime Minister. This will make rail travel so comfortable between cities which are located close to each other. World's tallest, highest rail arch bridge, Chenab Bridge, has been commissioned. 900 kilometers of track, 100 digital stations, 309 locomotives, 1,600 coaches, 10,000 wagons, ticketing enabled through UPI, 164 base kitchens done, 10 multimodal cargo terminals done, and 58,642 vacancies notified. Imagine this much work being done in 100 days.
But there also has been criticism by the opposition on the increase in the number of rail accidents. There is a conspiracy theory that has come out. How much do you believe in the conspiracy theory?
Navika ji, we are totally focused on safety. On safety itself, if you see, 97,000 inspections have been done. 2,500 kilometers of track renewal has been done. 1,86,000 kilometers track has been tested with ultrasound flaw detector. 990 railway bridges have been rehabilitated. 5,300 fog safety devices installed. Kavach installation has progressed so well. 632 kilometers Kavach commissioned in Mathura Palwal and Mathura Nagda. Then Kota Savai Madhopur Kavach 4.0 sanctioned. Every incident which happens, we go into the root cause. We find out the truth. If systemic changes have to be made, we make those systemic changes. If new technology has to be brought, we do that. If you look at the track record of the opposition, in their period, it used to be 171 accidents a year. That number reduced to 40, and even at this juncture, we are so focused on making sure that every passenger is traveling safely. Our focus is fully on safety and the results are visible. Congress can compare this 100 days with 1,000 days of any of their governments. I'm not saying compare 100 with 100. I'm saying our 100 and their 1,000. Still, we will come out multiple times the work they have done.
Let me ask you, and you've avoided answering the pointed question, because recently we saw a gas cylinder being put on railway tracks. There have been concrete blocks that have been put on railway tracks. You have said in the past that there are investigations that are underway. Uh, Mr. Minister, I want to get your sense. Are you seeing a concerted effort where sabotage or conspiracy is taking place?
See, I frankly would like to say one simple thing. Every such incident, NIA, state police and railway police, we are going down to the last point where we can trace the people who are trying to do any such activity, and we will punish them as per law. We'll give them the most, whatever highest possible punishment can be given, we will give them.
Mr. Ashwini Vaishnaw, the opposition has also charged your government as being the U-turn government. The draft broadcast bill has been taken back. The lateral entry program has once again been taken back. Do you think this is a little bit of uncertainty because you are now a coalition government rather than having your own party's majority, which has led to rethink on many of these policies that you wanted to follow?
Navika ji, our government is a very, it's a government which believes in taking feedback. It's a government which believes in consultation processes. You have seen how much consultation happened in telecom bill, in the case of data protection, in multiple cases. So sending the Waqf Act, the Waqf bill to JPC, this is part of the consultation process. In the case of lateral entry, if some questions have come, definitely we must consider those questions and make sure that the questions are addressed properly. There is no question of, what is the question of criticism? I would like to ask the opposition, in their government, a bill, an ordinance drawn by the own cabinet is torn in a very dramatic way. What kind of allegations the opposition can bring on our government when the conduct that they had was so demeaning for a democracy, which was so undermining the institutions? In our case, we are totally focused on making sure that the institutions are strengthened, our democracy is preserved, the values that Baba Saheb Ambedkar's constitution has given us, those values are strengthened, preserved, cherished.
Mr. Ashwini Vaishnaw, as far as the perception and the narrative, especially on social media is concerned, many people believe that it is the opposition that has the advantage. How would you respond to the fact that Rahul Gandhi, Akhilesh Yadav seem to be leading the charge, and the public perception seems to be moving towards the fact that the BJP is on the back foot, playing a defensive game right now after 10 years of being in power?
Absolutely, we are following the policies which were followed in the last 10 years. We are maintaining the pace of growth. We are making sure that every section of the society is included in this growth. We are making sure that new opportunities for employment come. We are making sure that the foundation for a developed country is laid in a very solid manner. There is absolutely a clear direction in which we have to move, and we are moving in that direction. We are working as one harmonious team. If the opposition can try, let them keep working on their policy of telling one lie today and telling another lie tomorrow. They can keep doing that policy. It will not work. Our people are very wise people. Our country has the wisdom of centuries behind it. Our civilizational values are there. People understand who's working for them. People know what is good for the country, and this is what will ultimately win.
Mr. Ashwini Vaishnaw, how would you respond to the statements made by leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, especially on Sikhs when he was on foreign soil in the United States of America, where he said that in India the fight is about whether a Sikh can wear a turban, whether a Sikh can go to a Gurdwara. And he also had meetings with people inimical to India's interests, more standing with Pakistan, US lawmakers. How do you respond to his own performance as a leader of opposition?
A leader of opposition is a constitutional post. It's a position of responsibility. In this kind of position, it's very important that the leader of opposition, LOP, basically represents the country outside India. And it's very important that the LOP should basically be leading the points which our people, our country's aspirations, our dreams of 1.4 billion people are clearly, that should be reflected in his statements. It's very unfortunate that the same sense of irresponsibility which was visible earlier is now visible in his actions and statements.
Mr. Ashwini Vaishnaw, the first 100 days behind you now. What is the agenda for the next 100 days for the government? And with the upcoming elections in states, do you think once again the BJP is on the back foot because Haryana, Maharashtra, in both states, perception is that the opposition ranks taking the lead or have an advantageous position as compared to the BJP and its alliance?
People have seen the work which Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government has done. People have that faith. People have seen the 58 years of Congress rule and the 10 years that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government has given. So there is a good faith, there is a confidence that this is the only party, this is the only government which can really take our country to a new level of development, bring harmony in the society. So that confidence will ultimately translate into support for us, and that support has been visible in the past in multiple ways, and this will be again visible in the coming elections.
In the end, before I let you go, Mr. Ashwini Vaishnaw, I'm asking you an off-the-cuff question. Many people, look at the comfort levels, the body language to analyze how government is really functioning. What kind of body language do you see when you attend cabinet meetings? And I'm not asking for any official secrets. I'm just asking you for body language in yourself, your colleagues, and the Prime Minister.
Listen, we are very confident that the mandate which people have given us, this is a historic mandate that people have given to Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, and the NDA alliance, which is one of the longest serving alliance in the country. This NDA government, the first and second terms, the success it has achieved in making difference in people's lives, that same success, that same growth story, that same inclusive growth, that same phenomenon where the institutions are strengthened, that same policy, that same level of hard work will continue in this third term also. Well,
on that note, Mr. Ashwini Vaishnaw, thank you very much for joining me here, and many, many congratulations for the first 100 days. Of course, people of India are looking for a power-packed performance in the rest of the term and stability of the government which they've voted for. Thank you very much.